Welcome everyone to an awesome game between myself as Grand Cathay, going up against a Rubber Duck of War and Slaanesh. We are going to be playing on the flats of Kislev with quite an interesting battle. Now I think Grand Cathay certainly have a different life here in land battles compared to Slaanesh. They play very differently compared to Domination. Now we are going to have Hellstriders alongside the Hellstriders with Hell Scourgers over on the right hand side. The Demonettes of Slaanesh, super fast, bucket loads of armor piercing, 50 full speed. These ladies can really traverse through the battlefield. So Marauders here on the front line, the good anti-infantry variants, probably here to deal with Peasant long spears. They're very efficient indeed. 4 units of the Chaos Fury Harpies in the sky, and then we are going to have more Demonettes here, backed up by the Heartseekers of Slaanesh, 1.4k of brilliant cavalry. Here with Soul Scent giving melee attack and armor piercing buffs, and then, of course, physical resistance and all the great poison, magic, and armor piercing that you would expect. More Hell Scourgers here on the left, and then the Hero and Lord choice. So we are going to have the Shadowcaster. She's just going to have the Penumbral Pendulum, and then we are going to have the Herald with, yet again, the Penumbral Pendulum, as well as the Portal Glyph and the Locus of Grey. She's also going to have Arcane Conduit and the Soul Siphon. So this game was also a bit of a tester here for Penumbral Pendulum. This is where me and Ducky, it's a bit of an old game. This is where we were working out that actually Penumbral Pendulum is extremely strong. So in the front we have a bunch of Peasant long spears backed up by Jade Warriors. Now some of these are going to have triple silver chevron. I just had a little bit of extra money left over. We have Jade Warrior halberds, more Peasant long spears backed up by a large pocket of 5 of the Peasant archers. Most of them are going to be pretty light armored here from Slaanesh, so I just wanted to shoot and scoot and get all the damage in. So Peasant long spears on top of the Grand Cannon backed up by more Jade Warriors here in the back. The Grand Cannon ready to go with 450 range. This bad boy certainly does the business. So we are going to have the Shogun of Yin in the sky on top of a Longmar Rider here with the Jade Amulet and Arcane Conduit. For the spells we are going to have the Ancestral Warriors as well as the Talons of the Night, the Storm of Shadows and the Scales of the Celestial Court. That's going to be very good in certain scenarios. There could be a lot of magic damage here coming from Slaanesh, but there were certain occasions, like for example here up against the Marauders, where you will get away with it. So you can see, early doors, I am going to be shooting across the battlefield, getting some pretty good damage. We can see Ducky here is going to be using the trees, coming forward quite smartly, gone really nice and wide, really looking to envelop my force, going really Warhammer 2 style here. A very good play from him. He's going to get the Harpies in behind, and I'm going to be ready here with these archers to get some pop shots where I can. Now, only 15 armor. We do have a bronze shield here for the Marauders, and immediately we do see, charge over the right hand side, the Dragonblooded Lord is going to be looking at all the cavalry here. Good cannon damage on the Demonettes of Slaanesh. In the back, though, we are going to be having Chaos Furies getting caught up by halberds. We do see some more Chaos Furies. The Storm of the Shadows has been cast to get a bit of shooting here up in the sky. Do some good damage before they get in. Hopefully kill a couple of models so the DPS output has been reduced. So on the floor, we are going to get the Chaos Furies. They're going to be charging, I believe, after the Cannon Crew. They're going to get caught a lot here by the Peasant long spears, and they will get dragged down. In the front, we are going to get Marauders fighting. They're going to be joined up here by more Marauders, fighting up against the Jade Warriors. Jade Warrior halberds as well will move in and try and butcher all of the Marauder infantry. Some are going to pour into the pocket and maybe compromise the peasants here. Over on the left hand side, we are going to have the Hero backed up with the Lord choice, which is going to be on this lovely chariot. Look at this, going to be pulled by the Seekers as well. But my Peasant long spears, these bad boys, they don't move for anybody. They're going to be poking, they're going to be stroking, and they're going to be pulling down this Herald of Slaanesh quite nicely. 40 armor for her, so that's going to be pretty good armor here from Slaanesh. 40 is definitely at the top end for sure. And the Middle Chaos Furies are going to be compromising the Peasant Archers. It is going to be a summon. We are going to get the Ancestral Warriors down on the floor. So Ancestral Warriors, they do come with that mass physical resistance. So Furies and stuff will do quite nicely, but they'll also help clear out these Marauders, and they'll do some lovely work indeed. Look at these bad boys. They are so goddamn cool. Absolutely love these units. We'll certainly be looking more into those a little bit later on, but we do get the Portal Glyph, getting one of the Chaos Furies in the sky, and this is going to be the base brand. This is not going to be Slaanesh favour where it comes with the armor piercing. It is just going to be the base Furies with no buffs. Locus of Grace has been activated. That's going to be melee defense and physical resistance. Now we're going to be charging down on the Cannon Crews. That is going to be just ripping my cannon apart, and it's really unfortunate. In the front, so we are going to be having Marauders of Slaanesh. They are going to be falling down to the Jade Warriors. They do have very good armor here at 90 when they are standing their ground. If they're maneuvering around the battlefield, they will lose that extra 10 armor, but still 80 armor is pretty damn good. In the back, the Marauders here, a lovely penumbral pendulum. Look at that, through the lines of my archers and my ancestral warriors. They care for no armor. They're just going to rip units apart. The Heartseeker's doing quite nicely. 52 kills so far. These bad boys doing some very, very good work. And of course, they're going to be up to, that's not that much damage value, only 198. So it looks like we are just going to be butchering the Peasant long spears. In the sky, we can see the Dragon Blooded Lord is going to be using the Celestial Scales, fighting here up against the Furies. Now, they will have magic damage, so they will circumvent that physical resistance, but it's always nice to have it. I think maybe I popped it there a little bit, maybe anticipating some charges on the Marauders. In the front, we are going to have the Herald cycle charging through with that chariot. It's very, very difficult to stop, but on these single entities, it's very, very strong indeed. Look at that lovely cycle charge through the back of the Jade Warriors. Great clearing out here from Rubber. He's really using that mobility very strongly. In the sky, the Shogun probably need to get a little bit more combat here. We do see some peasants are going to get shut down by the Hellstriders. They're going to get a gorgeous charge through as they just leap into combat. Spears at the ready, thumping back all my units. They actually don't see this coming. They're going to get slammed. They're going to put away, bring out the swords, but a lot of them, unfortunately, could be a little bit too late. So lovely damage there coming out from Ducky. These anti-large Hellstriders are going to do some brilliant work with that poison. Heartseekers aren't compromising my peasants. I do have more Jade Warrior Halberds in the middle, and of course here the Ancestral Warriors, which are going to be the summons, will have magic damage, so they can do really nicely. They will actually circumvent the physical resistance from all these demons. So in the middle, we could have a Fascination has been activated here on the Jade Warriors. Going to be doing some damage and then eventually causing them to rampage as well. So I'm pretty bleak here. We can see in the middle, the Herald is going to be the most, not the most healthy unit in the middle here, holding it all together. What are we going to have? Storm is going to slow down, hopefully get some shots in here with the Peasant Archers, maybe even move in here with the Shogun. In the back, we are going to see some rampaging Jade Warrior Halberds. We have some more pouring into the back. We have the beautiful Ancestral Warriors. They're going to be helping to remove all these Demonettes, and the Allures is going to be falling to the mighty Peasant Spears. Foaming at the mouth, these gentlemen are, as they're fighting up against the Seeker Rider. Look at those. I absolutely love her weapons coming in with those claws, just butchering so many of these cheap peasants. But these bad boys, they certainly pay for themselves. Only 350 gold cost. They're going to be anti-large and cheap. So we are going to get another summon in the sky here, just the base Kale Furies. We are going to be charging after the Shogun. Probably not going to do too much damage. The Shogun does have, oh my god, that is a disgusting amount of damage here on the Jade Warriors. But yeah, 70 armor here for the Lord. Not too much armor piercing for the Chaos Furies. They do have 44 weapon strength, so they can do some damage. But for the most part, the Dragon Blooded Lord should be able to get away. Quite a few units are going to be left here, but as you can see, cycle charging through. Looks like she's going to get a lovely catch here through some of my steel units, trying to shoot here into the middle. And look at this thing, it takes so many bodies just to pin in this caster on a chariot. It is very, very strong indeed. She's going to be up to 321 kills. Locus of Grace has been activated. Balance of Power really heavily pulling into my favor now. We are going to be charging forward here with the Jade Warriors. We have bucket loads of armor piercing and anti-infantry here for the Herald of Slaanesh. And we have more of the infantry pouring forward, more halberds, and we should be able to get some archer fire here in the middle. Now I do land with the Dragon Blooded Lord, and then we're going to be fighting here up against the Chaos Furies, moving in with some Peasant long spears, get those big juicy spears into the back here of these Furies, and you can see they're going to be desummoning, going back to the Slaanesh realms as we charge through here with the Lord Choice, the Storm of Shadows, to slow it down and get some good old juicy charges here from the Shogun. So she's going to be down to 3,400 HP. She's actually going to be going down on leadership. Negative 55. That is going to be army losses. GG's and well played here to Rubber Duck. This was such a fantastic game to play. Yeah, so really, really enjoyed this one, and I do love seeing Grand Cathay in the land battles. I think they're really, really fun to play. They're definitely my favourite land battles for sure. So as we look here, the Shogun got 980. It looks like 275 there for the Grand Cannon. Not too great, but still nonetheless, it forced my opponent to have to come in and, did some good pressure, got some good early kills for sure. 1,100 for the Jade Warrior Halberd, 16, 186, 1,043, and 113 there for the Jade Warriors. And just the regulars, 340, 400, 430. Mass Archers in 103, 386, 390, 300, and 450. So the Peasant Long Spears got 200, 400, 1,100, 300, and 1,400. Peasant Long Spearmen are extremely powerful. Do not underestimate these boys. You put chevrons on them, and they will perform super, super hard indeed. Do not underestimate them. 360 kills. For 2,200 here for Ducky and the Herald of Slaanesh, 408 there for the Heart Seekers, performing rather low under their performance, so 1.4k for the cost. Sadly not able to quite catch it here today. 450 for the Allures, with 325 and 702 for the beautiful Demonettes. They're really fast, but of course they're super glass cannon. 87, 290 there for the Hellstriders, the Hell Scourgers. The regular anti-large cav is going to be 210, with 94 and 196 there for the Chaos Furies, 190 and 230. 320, 120, 240, and 128 kills for 415. And a super fun game. I really enjoyed this one. Of course, it is going to be a rather old video now. I don't have so many land battles, so if you guys do have some, please send them in there to the Discord. There will be replays for casting. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, please smash that like button. Feel free to leave a comment down below. I'd love to know all your thoughts and opinions. If you haven't already, do feel free to subscribe and check out that description for my Discord and then also Twitch. Other than that, I've been your boy Logic. Take care of yourself during these times, and I'll see you all very, very soon.